Hey, what's up, Nash? We're going back to MONSTADT. Yep, seems like we are. Seems like we are. At least according to the, what's it called? Shoot. The word won't come to me. The art. The 5.6 special program announcement art. The combat's so fun. Combat? What combat? You know, it'll be peak version when not even the new characters are featured on the posters. Oh, okay. You know what? Hey, you're right, actually. I did realize that. Yeah, I did notice that. Like, huh, isn't she supposed to be coming in this patch? You know, like, supposedly. At least that's what people are saying, right? There's no confirmation, obviously, but that's what people are saying. And if it does turn out that she does come out, she's, for some reason, not the main... also, this is not the right team. She's not the main attraction of this patch. So it's probably going to be a pretty good quest. Wish the 4 stars was better, though, including the weapons. What combat you talking about? Oh, Wuwa. Okay. Oh, I'm enjoying Wuthering Waves. Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed that one. Well, it is a very highly combat-oriented game, so, you know, it's to be expected. Oh, those are some good vapes. The Mawika died. Did they change this boss for absolutely no reason? Because, like, this boss seems to go into this phase a lot more frequently nowadays. Great game design, by the way. Give me a boss fight that I can't hit. Should try to. One of the best support 5-star rerunning right now. Shorekeeper. No thanks. Not my type of game. Maybe in my younger years, right? Like when I was in high school and college, and especially if my buddies were also playing it, then yeah, that definitely would have been my jam. That definitely would have been my jam. But now, I just prefer my games to be casual games. You know, games to help me wind down. Classic. Though the moment I open the stream, I hear RJ complaining about Natlin worming. That man, that game, that boss will never get better. You know. No matter how many times I play, no matter how good I get at the game, or no matter how good I get at the game, how bad I play, yeah, that boss will always be just garbage, complete and utter garbage.
闇来たる破滅の時にカウントダウン開始
I really don't play it because my phone would die. Really? Is Wuwa that much more graphically intensive than Genshin? Oh, granted, did come out quite a few years after Genshin. Playing lowest in Wuwa, but it still lags up. Sometimes heats up, but it's still a fun game. What game was that? That like one of the first alleged Genshin killers. Oh, Tower of Fantasy. That's right, Tower of Fantasy. That that was also just so laggy, and not necessarily laggy, but like so much more graphically intensive than it needed to be. Like, and it didn't even like look that much better. It was just unoptimized. How is Tower Fantasy nowadays? Is that game still up? I mean, I'm sure the game's still up, but like, how is it doing? Anyone know? When I said my phone would die, I meant the storage would die. Oh. Man, what is it with these games nowadays, right? Like, could we just... I mean, I do like the idea of games nowadays. No, that phones nowadays being so good that game developers are investing more effort and putting in more effort into game developers are more willing to making their games cross-platform between mobile and PC/console. Because like it feels nice, right? Like when you're at home you can game, right? Like, and it feels nice. But then when you're on the go, you can still sort of game. You can keep up with it. Does feel nice, especially if it's a game that you really, really like. Now the problem with that is, why do you have to quote unquote keep up with your game in the first place, right? And it's the unfortunate side of this is game developers have made it so that a lot more games nowadays, like, they've just chosen this to be the common formula of games, where there's always going to be this daily grind that you have to do, whether or not it's an actual grindy kind of game, right? Whether it's an MMORPG or like a literal or like a gacha game, right? There's always going to be a daily grind that you are going to you're going to feel anxious about missing a single day of it. And now, granted, you know, it's nice for them, right? It gets active player counts up. It's good for active player count. But it's just, I don't know. It's terrible for gamers, because gamers end up because a lot of these games are not actually very grindy, and it just ends up so that like players, it makes players think that, oh well, if I'm playing this game now and this game doesn't take up that much of my time, so I'll just play this other game too, because I heard that this game doesn't take up that much time too. And then they end up playing, okay, like a lot of us actually, like a lot of us here, and a lot of the people like us know, playing like 3, 4, 5, 6 gacha games at the same time, and then now their once 15-minute a day gameplay turns into a 2 to 3 hour gameplay every single day, and they cannot skip, otherwise they miss out on like daily rewards and such. I installed Genshin to play Wuwa. Back from the dead. Hey, what's up, Onoko? No audio because it's 10 p.m. and I don't want to disturb my siblings. Oh, it's okay, mate. No audio? Like 0? Onoko? If you don't respond to this, then you probably... Yeah, I'm gonna assume that that's true. How do you ping people? Why can't I ping anyone? Oh, there. Okay, I just have to type the first part of their name and not just any part of their name. Okay, that means I can reset expeditions anytime I want to, no? You know, I think that's a topic worth talking about. Thank you for coming. Because of my higher ping, I can always hear the sound and not just ass. I can always hear the ass. So for me, it's always ass. Thank you for Interesting topic to talk about, I think. So what do you guys think about games nowadays, right? So like when we talk about quote unquote mobile games, so Genshin is a mobile game, right? But it's like what, 40 gigabytes on mobile. It's what is it? I think it's at this point it's over 100 gigabytes on PC, right? Piece of garbage boss fight.
見えた。私が誕生する前の。
Piece of trash boss fight. Gives me downtime, not even enough to do a proper rotation. You know, like, I wouldn't even mind if weekly bosses could one-hit most average HP characters in the game, right? Like, I don't mind if weekly bosses did like 25k damage, like on all of their attacks. But like, give me like proper mechanics that I have to deal with to knock the boss down. Right? And when I do knock the boss down, after dealing with the proper mechanics to deal with it, the proper and clear mechanics to deal with it to knock the boss down, give me an actual downtime for the boss where I can actually do damage to it. Brilliant. Just brilliant. Love this boss. Anyways, I was saying, so Genshin, Wuthering Waves, Star Rail, ZZZ, and whatever other games there are that are similar to this nowadays. We need to make a montage of Arctic complaining about the dragon. Oh man, that's you know what? That's gonna be a funny one actually. Oh man, I'm just gonna like me watching it. I'm just gonna facepalm watching myself, and you guys are gonna have the time of the time of your lives watching it. That's funny. So yeah, as I was saying, what do you guys think about these games nowadays? They're like, so the reason why Genshin and these other games nowadays on mobile is so big. Right, the reason why these games are so big, take up so much storage, is because they are large games. Large games that are available on PC. PC where you have so much more potential for storage. So much more potential for storage, but on mobile, you don't have as much potential. Especially because, like, for example, like a company like Apple, the way it does pricing, it's like $100 per, like, every time you go up in storage. Right? You start with a, say you start with a $1,000 base model 128 gig. You want 256 gigs? Add $100. So now you're at $1,100. But then you're looking at the other phones and you're like, oh, the iPhone 15 Pro is just $100 more. Well, if I add just another $100, I might as well go with that. But then you're like, but 128 gig's not enough, so I still need 256 gig. So, but then you're like, okay, well, it's just another $100. And then you look at the Pro Max, and you're like, well, it's just another $100. So I get a bigger screen, I get a bigger battery, right? And okay, sure, right? But then like again, I still need the 256 gigs. So you started from $1,000, and now you're up to like what, $1,500. Are tariffs hitting the Philippines too? Honestly, I don't know. It really doesn't affect me. At least not yet. At least not yet. I don't really have any US based products in my day-to-day life. Well, I guess technically there's Nestle. Oh wait, don't tariffs? Wait, the tariffs don't work that way, right? They work the other way around, right? Like anything from the Philippines gets expensive to like when we sell stuff in the US, right? I don't actually know if they're including the Philippines. If, what? I've felling? What does that mean, Chungi? I'm felling into purple relevancy. Purple relevancy. What is purple relevancy? The fact that you typed purple and relevancy in uppercase, the first letter is in uppercase, makes me think that, oh, is this a game? But you're listing names of characters from different games, so I'm assuming this is a thing, not a game. Purple character supremacy. Oh. So, purple relevancy? Is this a new thing on the internet nowadays? Man, I sound so old, man. I sound like a boomer. Jeez. Is this a new thing that you young people do on the internet nowadays? Purple women, RJ. Oh my god. Any characters in purple outfits? You young kids and your weird words. Back in my day, we used to use English the way we were taught in school. We didn't used to make up words. Okay, boomer. Whenever we made up words, we got beat up for it. And the teacher himself would beat us up for it. Oh, well, that was very poorly timed. Can I please stop floating into the air? Jeez. Oh, I think that's still above 20%. Yep, yeah. I think that's just barely above 20% too. Like, look at the progress, the total HP bar. Speaking of women, so I'm subscribed to this channel that has nothing to do with like combat or lore or whatever. It's just a channel that literally makes like animations using so far the only characters I've seen them make animations of are Genshin, Star Rail, and ZZZ characters. And I don't know if they do other characters as well from other games. And so I just yesterday or the other day, I don't remember anymore. They uploaded a video of them making animation of this character, this cat woman, who's like in, I don't even remember the colors. Like she's got a hood on, she's got cat ears on top of the hood. What was her name? And I think she's from HSR. I love this boss theme music, by the way. Oh yeah, me too. Like phase 2 of the Narwhal boss. Like probably the coolest sounding music in the entire game. Cool, not best, but coolest. Just a shame that I hate the boss fight itself. I don't mind the, well, actually, you know what? I still hate phase 1. It's just the boss coming in and out. Like I don't know, like to say hi, if whatever it's doing, coming by to say hi, not even enough time for you to actually deal damage to it. And by the time it gives you enough time to deal damage to it, it's not even enough time to start your rotation. And the fact that it's moving means that you're gonna have to very carefully place any circle impact abilities that you have, or you're gonna have to forego the characters that limit you to circle impact. Cypher. Oh, that's the name. Yeah, Cypher. Yeah, that's her name, Cypher. Cypher. So what I noticed was, okay, obviously she looks really attractive, right? And the second thought I had was, boy, HSR characters have like no, not the characters themselves. I mean, like, yes, sure, the way they're designed, it's quite a lot more fan servicey than Genshin's are, and not to mention, because HSR is not an open world game, right? Like the combat itself is turn based. They have a lot more control over where the camera is going to be pointed at. So HSR just seems to be a lot more fan servicey, or at the very least, like Hoyo has a lot more opportunity to provide fan service in HSR. And so that's the second thought I had. Right. So first thought was like, wow, she looks great. 2, this game is a bit more fan servicey than Genshin. And 3 was, I was confused. Like, did she have the Lumine character model, the shorter female character model, or the taller like Lisa and Jean character model? And then I was like, this is weird. Like, I don't think it's either. It looks like one or the other. And then I thought, I thought a bit more, and then I remembered that people were talking about that Skirk's character model will apparently be like Lumine's character model, but taller. So, and if my eyes weren't deceiving me, I think Cypher might have Cypher. I don't know if this is the first character in HSR that has that character model. But Cypher might have this Lumine / shorter character, a female character model, but taller than usual character model. If Loki was reborn as a thief cat girl. What? Sorry, what's her, what does she have that Loki has? Loki isekai. That's funny. Imagine if Marvel, if an animation studio in Japan were were to license Loki, from Marvel, just Loki. No, not Loki. Let's say the Avengers franchise. Right? Like, let's say the Avengers franchise. If an animation studio from Japan licensed the Marvel characters, including Loki, and they did like an isekai anime. Loki, like, oh, you know how like when Loki died? Oh God, okay. This would they because like remember Loki died. Spoiler alert for some reason, if for some reason you still haven't watched like the last part of Avengers, even though that came out like years ago. So Loki died. The beginning of was it the beginning? Yes, the beginning, the very beginning of the last Avengers movie. And when after he died, then imagine like they replayed that scene, but in anime form, right? They replayed that scene, but in anime form. Oh, or maybe not in anime form. They literally just replay that scene, but then all of a sudden, like anime art style, and then Loki is like I don't know, isekai'd into like another, into an anime world, and then she's a thief cat girl. Demigod of trickery. Fascinating. Thoughts on the event with no energy at the start? Oh man, that sound. Oh, you mean are you talking Saki? Are you talking about the combat event that just ended last week? If they can do it to King Arthur, they can do it to you. Formula is basically Thief Cat Girl plus Loki plus Flash equals Cypher. Loki plus Flash. So does she have a mouth on her as well? Does she have like the Deadpool like mouth? the Deadpool slash the Flash mouth on her? Okay, so just Flash's powers. So, not how talkative they are. Which boss is this? Oh. Oh. This boss. Like Joan of Arc is the only gender bend proof figure in history. Oh wait, are you talking about you're talking about shoot. The shoot, what's it called? The Fate. There you go. The Fate series? Yes, thank you. Yeah. Brilliant. We just started. Brilliant. Love this boss. I love that like they start you off like a mile away from the boss, and then like by the time that you get anywhere close to the boss, it's already attacked you. Love it. Great. Hey, what's up, Jules? Feel like coming across your stream was just my luck. I was curious about how this team's rotations work. Watching intently now. Jules, how long exactly have you been watching? Please tell me you've only been watching for the last 2 seconds. If you've been watching longer than that, you may completely disregard anything before 3 seconds ago. I don't know. Like this team rotation doesn't really have like an optimal rotation, in my opinion. Like you could just rotate however you want to. Some theory crafters, most theory crafters have a very different rotation than I do. Like for example, most of the time I start my rotation off by with Neuvillette E and then into Farina Q, because I want my Neuvillette particles to. Ah, jeez. Already? I want my Nuvolite particles to fly into Farina, and Farina Q immediately, so that by the time that she catches Nuvolite particles, her energy is empty. So those Nuvolite particles will then be used to fuel her Farina's next burst. But that's just my preference, and that's mostly because so I have 3 accounts, and all of them have this exact team, but not all of them have the same exact stats. Some of my Farinas have slightly less. My other Farinas have slightly less energy recharge than this. So like me just using Nuvolite, who I already spam his skill on, and is also Hydro, same element as Farina, will. I'm using Nuvolite. I'm just used to using Nuvolite. Help Farina. Help make sure that Farina has her burst every rotation. Just now, should I be scared? Hey, good job, man. I'm glad that you didn't watch me like not more than 5 seconds ago. Because if you saw what happened more than 5 seconds ago, I would have needed to come by. You know, and have a friendly chat as to what you saw. Yes, we shared nuclear launch codes right before you entered the stream. Unironically goated. Hey, Spartan, have you watched all the Fate series? I've seen 2. And honestly, I don't even know which ones. And I don't care. They were both great. There were... one of them was better than the other. No, I mean, like, I wouldn't say better. One of them was just a lot more exciting for more of the... Like, there was just more time throughout the whole series where one was more exciting than the other. Oh, darn it. Hey, you're down. Stop attacking. Just go into phase 2. Thank you. Didn't expect a breakdown. I really appreciate it. But even if I did hear what you said, I'd have to take it to the grave. No, it wasn't anything that serious. It was just me failing at that like the boss fight that I just hate the most. It's the Dailies and Weekly boss. I don't know, like what other people think of it. Right, like what other people's opinions of it are, but like for me, I just hate it. It's just so cringe to fight. I think for quite some time now, I haven't really watched like guide videos or like theory crafters videos, like breaking down rotations of various teams and such. So I don't really know how other people play this team specifically. But all I remember is like I've seen Zujef play this team. I don't even remember what video it was from, but I just like the only thing I noticed was like he was playing like a very different rotation than I was. I you know, like I was watching it and I was like, okay, this is optimal too, but it's not like my preference. I would still prefer Nuvolite particles funnel into Farina for her next burst. Yeah, so that's what makes me think that, oh, okay, so I guess my rotation is probably not the most optimal rotation, like rotation for this team specifically, but it's optimal for my preference and my stats. This one is Fate Zero. Fate Zero. I'm assuming that's the first one? Lancer versus Saber. I remember Lancer versus Saber, but because it's been so long and I've really only seen two of the Fate series, I don't remember which Lancers and which Sabers were which anymore. But I remember there was one really, really hype fight scene between a Lancer and a Saber. Which ones, I don't remember anymore. I just remember that I felt so hyped while watching that scene. Can I please stop floating? Jeez. Okay. Well, probably this one is another boss that I hate a lot. As you can see, how much I'm complaining about it. And I didn't even press E on Arlecchino. And as I head into phase 2 here, my skill is still gonna be on cooldown, isn't it? Love it. Should I pull Xilonen or wait? I don't know if I want a character that helps my team do damage rather than what I want. I just want meta. Okay. Question, Spider. So the fact that you're even thinking of pulling for Xilonen means that you probably think that one of your characters or teams on your account, is gonna benefit from getting Xilonen, right? If this is right, then please tell us which characters and or teams you think will benefit from getting Xilonen. Are my chats not showing? No, they're not showing. I'm not seeing them. Oh yeah, that's right. I just saw your message. People use Farina at the end. I have low ER, so I usually funnel into Farina. You know, I don't think that's optimal. You know, because like Farina burst duration is really long. Now, granted, this team's rotation can be really long because Neuvillette can just be on the field indefinitely. You know, granted, he has enough ER, right? But I don't think it's optimal because Farina burst and buff lasts for a very long time, and especially if you don't have C1, then you need time to build up that fanfare. And bursting on Farina means that by the time you burst on Farina, after you burst on Farina, you swap to Neuvillette, you had no time to build up fanfare. Now, okay, cool. It is true that Neuvillette can very quickly build up Farina's fanfare, right? Because he just self damages and self heals. So it's like really fast fanfare build up. But wouldn't you rather start with a lot of fanfare already on Neuvillette? Right? Wouldn't you start doing damage on Neuvillette when you already have a lot of fanfare than if you didn't have a lot of fanfare? Especially because on this team, Neuvillette's doing the bulk of the damage. So I would prefer more of his damage be buffed by Farina's buff. My main DPS right now is Mawika, Neuvillette, Tighnari. Mawika and Tainari have one decent supports like Bennett, Farina, Nahida. Right now, my main team is Nahida, Xingqiu, Kuki Official. Okay. Nivelet, Farina, Kachina, Lanyan. You know, I think your account might quite greatly benefit from getting Xilonen. Because, like, so you have Mawika, right? And it's not even the Mawika buff and buff from Cinder City, because, like, obviously you can use Cinder City on any Natlan character, right? And it's not even about the Xilonen buff, right? Like the damage percent buff. Because Kazuha has a slightly higher red shred, right, at 40%, because of VV. Granted, Xilonen's does last a bit longer. Hey, what's up, Cherry? How's it going, man? But it's so because Xilonen. What is it called? Fighting Spirit? Yeah, no, Fighting Spirit. Yes. Okay. It is Fighting Spirit. So Xilonen builds up Fighting Spirit very quickly. And like even me, I'm not on my first account, so I don't have Mawika here. On my first account has Mawika. I don't have Sitlali there, and I have not raised any other Natlan characters there. But just Mawika alone and Xilonen, right? Just the two of them. No other Natlan character building Fighting Spirit. Just like one use of Mawika's skill and Xilonen's skill, and then that's it. I can burst on Mawika already. Now I'm not at full Fighting Spirit, but I'm close enough that I'm not lacking so much damage. I'm not the difference between max Fighting Spirit and the Fighting Spirit I'm getting isn't so big. It's noticeable, but then what am I gonna do, right? At the very least, it's not minimum Fighting Spirit. So I ain't running Mawika right now because she ain't doing too much damage without good supports. Yeah, I think Spider, I think your account might greatly benefit from getting Xilonen. Now, I don't know if you watch Theory Crafter videos, Spider. If you do, and if you have seen, if you do, and you've seen Zijeff's recent video on, I think it was an Ask Zijeff video about Xilonen. I'm not sure what video it was, but he was talking a lot about Xilonen, so I assume it was an Ask Zijeff. So he talks a lot about how Xilonen, and not Xilonen herself, but like that kind of support, you know, where it's just a generalized support that can be used by almost anyone, right? That can support almost any character or almost any team in the game, is slowly becoming irrelevant. And I do agree with a lot of his points, and you know, I do agree that it is becoming like Kazuha's damage buff and VV, the VV red shred, as well as Sucrose with red shred from VV and Sucrose's EM buff, and Xilonen's damage percent buff with Cinder City's. No, hang on. I'm not sure anymore. Which one provides red shred? Is it Xilonen's kit or is it Cinder City? I don't remember anymore. One of those. Can somebody remind me? Oh, oops. Wasn't paying attention. Come on. Give me a... Did Fav? I don't think Fav procced. There you go. Finally procced. I'm gonna want to burst here. There you go. Someone give me a tip on how to use Nibelite. I just got Nibelite during the banners only, and Nibelite is still... He's level 40. What? You still haven't? That was so long ago, bro. So, Cherry, it sounds like you're a very casual gamer. Either you're a very casual Genshin player, or you have every character in the game. So you've never needed to raise Nibelite. Xilonen's kit provides red shred. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, okay, so yeah, so it's Xilonen's kit. Xilonen's kit provides the red shred. And so not to mention, right? Not to mention about, so obviously, so you have Mawika, and you said you haven't been using her because she just doesn't do very well because you lack supports for her, and just turns out that Xilona is one of the better supports for her. Now, will she remain one of Mawika's best supports? It's judging by the pattern on the kind of supports they've been releasing the last couple of the last several patches and the last couple of years. They've been slowly releasing more and more like hyper specialized supports. Like, for example, similar to like Shunhe, for example, right? She's a hyper specialized support, and rumored up and coming character, Escoffier, who is again, no confirmation, no confirmed information yet. Rumored to be a hyper specialized support, who is just hyper specialized on freeze. Right, and the thing is, like, these hyper specialized supports, they support a lot. Like, they either give a really big buff or whatever, right? But they're very limited to like a specific, like maybe a character or a specific team archetype, like Chevreuse with Overload, right? Chevreuse with Overload, Shunhe with Freeze. Who else? Goro with Geo teams, Kujosarda with Electro hyper carries, Faruzan with Animo hyper carries. And even Setlali to some extent, right? Setlali is one of these hyper specialized supports, although she's not like so broken in the team archetypes that she supports, because she supports pretty well at least two different team archetypes, Freeze and Melt. But she's still pretty good in either one of those because she's limited to those, as opposed to like Xilonen, who can support like any pitch element hyper carry. Aika might finally get off the bench. And the heck yeah. Hey, you know what, Spartan? I might not be rooting for Team Ayaka, but I might not be rooting for Team Ayaka, but I got my own cryo character that I'm so looking forward to getting off the bench. So, you know what? I can high five to that. Freeze is finally getting off the bench. You know, if I get said character, you know, and I'm looking at my Primo Gem count now on my first account, and I'm not hopeful. I'm not a little anxious. I'm actually quite anxious that I might not get her. Yes, we go into our peak stat back. Peak stat. Okay. Well, I don't know if MONSTAT was the peak of content in the game, but and I'm not saying it wasn't as well. it was a lovely time going around MONSTADT. It was a lovely time when we first started out with the game. And I miss MONSTADT. I wouldn't mind going back there. "30 wishes and a dream, baby." Man, I think I might. Yeah, I think I might have just barely 30 wishes. Is Escoffier that good? I don't know yet. The people's opinions of her make me think that she's just that good. Like she's like the next, like that she's like the next Shenhe, but even better. You know, like that's the kind of vibe I'm getting from Okay, darn it. I didn't get any of the Okay, can I get the T ability? The rocket thing? You know, one of these days Genshin is gonna add like Mario Kart. Just straight up Mario Kart into its game. Cause like they have this rocket thing already in the game. And this is basically Mario Kart, but no racing, you know? That guy's just running. He's just sprinting. That is so... just chill. It's just so chill. Oh, God. Okay. Who do we get? You. Aha. Gotcha. Oh, darn it. Oh, I can climb? Oh, God. Okay, nope. What? It doesn't hit the walls? It goes through the walls? What? Oh God, someone laid a trap there. Oh no, it hit the hill. Ha. You can't target. That guy is just after me now. Okay, well, I guess I am top, so... Oh, and it just hit the hill. Oh, God! Oh, jeez, okay. Yep, there you go. Yep. There goes my... Oh, no. I'm in the lead again. You know, I'm confused. Like, what are the batteries for? No. What the heck? MONSTADT was just prologue, RJ. Just to introduce you to the game, introduce us to the game. Yeah, but then, like, you know, it was also, well, for me at least, it was the first time ever playing that kind of game. You know, like, where it... So, before Genshin, the only other, like, plot-based single-player game I'd ever played was GTA 5. Single player. But obviously, that's a very, like... You know, it's like the real world. Well, essentially a parody of the real world, right? So, and I love the fantasy genre. Like you know, obviously I love anime, right? And I love a lot of fantasy anime that have really good like pacing when it comes to storytelling. as well as good world building, especially if it all has good action as well. And so my very first like what plot based like story based plot based story based like single player single player game that I'd ever played that was in the fantasy genre, and it just so happened to be Genshin Impact, and to me it was peak. It was peak content for me, and it felt magical, is what it felt like. Sorry guys, like while doing this event, like my brain is too slow for me to share my attention with other stuff. So every time a round starts, I can't even like I haven't been able to look at chat at all. The whole time I was whoa, how did that guy get so many points already? Yeah, I'm confused. Like, where? Oh, it's an ability. Okay, I was confused. So the wave things are abilities. Okay, so I've only played this mini game like once on my Asia account, so I was so confused. I was like, where are these waves coming from? Like, it seemed like they were coming from the characters of the other players. Because like the one and only time I ever played this minigame on my Asia account was, I don't think I ever got the I don't think I ever got the like the pulse, the yellow pulsing ability even once. Darn it. Also, can you hit yourself with it? Oh, okay. Almost missed that one. Nice. So I guess a trick to this would be to keep your distance from other players. So you have some reaction time, some leeway to react to them doing the ability. Oh, darn it. I got hit by that one. I'm confused. What are the batteries for? Okay. I need to get near players. Oh, that one had the same idea as I did. He was like, oh, you know, we were headed straight for each other, and we were both thinking the same thing. Milani minigames literally just grouping in the middle, using the wave thing, and stealing everyone's coins. Yep, that's, you know. Although I'm confused though. I still don't understand the mechanics of it. Like, how do you get the different abilities in the Milani minigame? Because I don't see anything that we... Like, in the Varesa minigame, you break the rocks and you get a random assortment of abilities. But I don't know how you get the different abilities in the Milani minigame. Is it the batteries? I hate Milani gameplay. Really? You don't like... I mean, it's not great. Oh, this is my least favorite. So, there is a specific spot at the like close to the beginning where you can like Spider-Man on like Spider-Man swing with Kinich. But then like there's like a line going straight down of small coins that would be great to just plunge straight down with Kinich. But because Kinich has this weird, completely useless air attack, you know, like Kinich, like when you're in mid-air on Kinich, if you click left mouse button, you just do an attack in the air instead of plunging. And like and I've always thought like, okay, well, you know, I've always thought like maybe it's like some concept for a future potential future patch where Hoyo introduces mid-air battles or something. I don't know, right? Like maybe. So I've never really cared about it. But never have I hated something useless so much in this game. It was such a hindrance because like instead of plunging, because the animation makes it so Kinich moves slightly forward, now I'm out of line. I'm slightly out of not aligned to the coins, and if I plunge straight down, then I'll just plunge straight down, not hitting any of the coins. The purple bottles give the abilities? Oh, really? They made it so that it mirrors the Sorian ability. But what's the point? I guess whatever, but it's still it was such a pain. It was such a pain. I just could not stop myself because like in my mind, I have Kinich is a Claymore character, right? And when I'm in midair and I click, it does like the Diluc plunge attack. That's what's like. That's my second thought? No, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word. Oh darn it! Oh see? Oh okay. I got lucky with that one. Got lucky with that one. Okay, give us the Spider-Man things. Uh-oh. Oh, someone tried to shoot me out of the air. Why? Oh my god, why doesn't it lock onto the things? Okay. I'm looking at it. It won't lock onto the things. There's one. Okay, there's another one. Okay, thank you. Finally lock onto it. I have to say, I'm really appreciating the no stamina thing. The no running stamina where I could just sprint infinitely. I cannot imagine this mini game like if it had stamina. Oh my god, why won't it lock on? Oh, nope. You're not allowed to target me. Okay. Ha! Ha ha! Got your coins. And I can't... There you go. Got it. It won't lock on. Jeez. This is the stupidest minigame. Oh, that guy was good at targeting, even though I was flying, like, in the air. Like, I was zooming in the air. That guy still locked onto me. Gamer Spider-Man's super unique but very clunky. Yeah, okay, I agree with that actually. It is super unique, and I think it could be a lot of fun, but it's very clunky. It needs a lot more refinement. There's also no fall damage. I didn't get first in any of the events. No, me too. My first run, my first attempt, I never got first place. Keeps him afloat a little and gives him air time to swing again, I think. It does, yeah. But in exploration, it was really convenient. Just especially during parts of the Archon quests or the Kinich story quest, where like they forced you to play Kinich, or at least they at least gave you a trial Kinich to play with a little bit, and they put you in a situation where you had to use this ability, and like sure, it was definitely very useful, but in that specific minigame, the random, completely useless mid-air attack is just a big hindrance. But I agree with Spartan. It is very unique. It's very unique, but it's very clunky. Oh, darn it. I didn't notice it change. This one just kind of like... It's hard not to be reminded of Beyblade doing this one. Because like this thing... Oh god, he targeted me. Okay, that was good. I'll give it to him. And another guy targeted me. I gotta lose this ability. This, Okay. It's so easy to target with this one. Got him. Oh, wait, the coins drop? From you hitting someone? Huh. No! Stop! Darn it. No, that's not who I wanted to hit. But, whatever. It's someone. A lot of coins over here that no one's picking up. Target someone. Because someone's targeting me, so I gotta Get someone back. Okay, there we go. Yep. Oh, darn it. Okay. Oh, someone got me back for it. Wow, that was lucky. I got lucky there. Hey, what's up, Star Entity? How's it going, man? I was running around collecting coins and some guy keeps stealing all my coins. Yeah, that was what's happening, yeah. Because in previous mini games, so collecting more coins than the others was the thing, right? So like a lot of us still had that mindset of just collect coins. Kind of agree with Mawika's exploration ability is kind of bad compared to the Natlan cast. She just has the worst cooldown, to be honest. Honestly, I barely use Mawika in exploration, so I'm not sure how well or badly her cooldown lines up with like exploration use. If you time your sprint, like iframes, really? Okay, I did not know that. Oh, you know what? I sort of hated this one. Well, I hated this one, like a lot. But then, like when I slightly got used to it, I still hated it. But not as much as when I didn't get used to it yet. I feel like the cooldown, like because Kaya's skill in this minigame still has a cooldown. And I think it's like 0.3 seconds or something. It's like super short, but I think they should have made it like even shorter. Because we can sprint across the ice that Kaya builds in one use of his skill way faster than the cooldown that they give us in this minigame. Why did the ice disappear? Why did I not get that battery thing? Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Well, here I am, swimming. Haha! Wait, did he get that? No, I got it. See? Because, like, the skill... Okay, jeez. It just ends up with us swimming a lot, is what happens. Oh, that's my own bomb, and I got hit. Having patience with this minigame certainly helps because, like, you just when you're patient with it, you won't run off of your own ice bridge. So you end up not swimming a lot of the time. I see, like right there, I got impatient. I wanted to get that coin sooner, so I end up swimming with the fishes. Also, in this one, there's no way for you to sabotage someone else. So it's a little less fun, but it's a little less annoying too. Just swimming. People who know the whole... Oh, well, there I go. Thank you. Jeez, that was... A lot of swimming is what I did there. Oh, that guy got all the coins. Oh, well, he got 2. For some reason, he didn't get the other ones. And it's so anxiety-inducing, like, cause like when you're in first place, they put a blue marker on you. it's it's Poopy Bomberman, huh? Are we getting Venti Archon Quest 2 now? Hey, who knows? Who knows? Maybe. I'm still so looking forward for us to finally talk to Venti about the Cataclysm. So, cause like, I was really looking forward to Zhongli, us talking to Zhongli about it, because we know like Zhongli's very old, so it's obvious that Zhongli was there at the time. But then, like, you know, because he's the god of contracts, then, like, and apparently he had a contract where, like, he couldn't talk about anything about it. So, you're like, whatever. Oh, there's a multi-missile? What? Why don't I remember getting that ability? Not even like the Archon quest, right? Like what about a Venti character star quest? I mean, like, I understand that they could probably just cheese their way out of it. Like, they could just instead, like, make it so that the story quest, the character Venti story quest, would just focus on, Oh god, already? Oh, they were both targeting the guy in first place. Oh god, they're both targeting me. And now we're not in first place. Okay, this, so being in first place in this minigame is like a death sentence, you know? Because, like, you are everyone's target. You're immediately everyone's target. I still think Mawika's movement ability is, like, super clunky. Nope. Like, her turn radius is awful. Uh-oh. Get down! Get down! You need to keep your head down. They are trying to kill you. Oh, and I got hit. Oh, I hit someone back. That was lucky. I'm not even, like, collecting coins. I'm just here collecting these buffs. Ah! No! You need to keep your head down. They are trying to kill you. Let go of me. Ah! Ah! Oops! Ran into that one. Oh, that was a multi one. Nice. Oh, and someone hit me from across the field. Gotta say, that was kind of fun. That was kind of fun. Like, just don't collect coins. Just stay where all the batteries keep respawning and just target people down. Let's not forget how Venti says, oh man, I wish I could do like the the high pitched Venti voice. I can't do it. Like every time I do it, it just turns into like Peppa Pig or whatever. Venti's voice sounds a little bit nasal. Hello, but like a little more like high pitched, like a woman's voice. Hello. But when I do that, I just end up sounding like a clown. Hey, what's up, Stella? How's it going, man? Hey, what's up, Luap? How you guys doing? The flight and climb is honestly the worst thing about her. I think the ability to fly is cool, but the transition from like running, jumping into midair and then flying is like really awkward and clunky. Like you don't know when it's going to stay flying and when you accidentally hit spacebar one too many times and then just fly and fall down. Oh, speaking of Venti's voice, I am very curious, by the way. I recently listened to the Nivelet shoot. What's the machine called in Fontaine? What's the machine called? I can't remember. Something d'Annelise Cardinal. Mécanique d'Annelise Cardinal? Is that the name of it? Will there be no English VA and SPL? Story quest event? Oratrice, there you go, that's the word I'm forgetting. Oratrice Mécanique d'Annelise Cardinal. I don't know, like the whole English VA community is just, and not the community, but like the VAs, the companies, the unions. It's a giant mess, is what it is. It's a giant mess. So, at this point, I've been perfectly fine just having Japanese dubs on, you know, even though I don't understand a single word they're saying. But hey, it sounds cool. So like at this point, I don't even care anymore. Anyway, so yeah, I listened to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Annelise Cardinal song, the fan-made song. I listened to it again a couple of days ago, and I suddenly remembered, like at the very end of the original version of that one, there's this very quick clip of Venti, very quick clip of Venti saying, "Bonjour, you," and then like what's her name? Senora, yeah, and then Senora kicks him. And then I'm so curious to know where that audio clip comes from. Nobody's collecting the big coins that are in the middle. Uh-oh, that was a mistake. No. This one's just walking. It's not even sprinting. Okay, I gotta say, Varesa's turn radius is not great. Oh, that one just hit a wall. Oh, that... okay. Oh, someone got me. Can I please get someone too? Didn't I fire my missile too? Pretty sure I did. Oh, there you go. Got a missile. Okay, now who to target? Oh, I didn't get anyone. Oh, someone's behind me. Someone's trying to target me from behind. Ah! Oh, they got me. They got me. Oh, and I got myself, and I'm gonna get myself. Okay. Oops. I tried out Japanese or Chinese dub and was surprised the character lips match up with dialogue. I mean, it's, you know, it is a Chinese game developer, so you would think that they would line up the lip movements with their own language, you know? Kiching Via got forced to apologize recently because she got scolded probably by her bosses. No, she probably got scolded by her own common sense, you know? But yes, probably her bosses too. Her common sense that also pays her salary. Even ignoring the drama, I fully support replacing Paimon. She's just so... grating? Oh, grating. Oh, grating. Okay, okay. To listen to, and the drama only made it worse. Her apology is so funny, I swear. She says she was sorry for making her terrible opinions public. She made an apology video already. It's like she's saying from now on, she'll bully others in secret. Okay. She only did it because the Nikkei community held her accountable and presumably her bosses there were mad. She voices someone in Nikkei? That too. What's hilarious is weeks ago she posted something along the lines of "Stay based Nikkei community." Lo and behold, she's being vomited by the whole gacha community. You know, okay, so the part, what's her name? Karina, right? Karina Boetger. The worst part that she did was, like, she slammed someone who she said, right, according to her, she said was not supporting the cause, you know, like the strike, right? The strike to protect VA's voices from being used to train AIs. But even though that guy was from Japan, voicing a character who wasn't part of the strike, right? Wasn't part of the strike, and it's like, I don't know, it's just dumb. And she herself was also, oh god, okay, oh well, why did I press E? There you go. Boosh. Did I get myself? Oh, someone got me. Darn it. Yep. I knew that was gonna happen. When someone heads straight towards you in this minigame, it means they're, you know, it means they have something in mind. You know, it means they have something in mind. Like they're gonna hit you with this. Oh God. So you better get ready to jump when someone comes straight at you. I just got myself. Oh, I was like right next to everyone. I think I might have gotten 2 people there. Okay, I need everyone to come together right now. Oh God. Oh, this thing is so fast. What? Oh, that one got me. I saw it happening too, and I just didn't jump. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Good. Just bombs. She voices Rappy, the main girl. Is she also squeaky over there like Paimon is? You have to roll for 8 months and take 6 months of those off. I see no reason to keep your claim to that role. Yeah. I mean, like, Nike's got it better than Genshin, though, because, like, I find it really difficult for Hoyo to let her go. Because, like, Paimon has been basically the main character. Right? She's done she's done the voice of, like, what? Almost everything that Ether/Boomin should have said. So they're gonna have to redo so many lines of dialogue if they ever decide to let her go. Oh, Kaching VA does Rappy. Oh, I see. And a normal job. I won't even wait a month to lay you off if you refuse to work. So I don't get where the confidence of these bozos are coming from. We're talking about Kaching VA RJ. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Paimon is Karina's only role. Really? Dude. Then it's in her best interests. Right? It's in her best interests to not, like, if I were her, bro, I would have just kept my trap shut. If that's her only role. She's probably, she probably has a decent paycheck, right? Just from voicing Paimon. Especially because, like, what she does a lot of voiceovers for the game. But if I were her, man, that's like, dude. As far as I know, okay, yeah, but like, even if she has Paimon and like one other voice or whatever, one other character, like I would just keep my trap shut. Because, oh hey, what's up, Bulbasaur? How's it going, man? So from what I understand is, so some of the louder things that she's said about this whole controversy was when they replaced Kinich's VA, English VA, with someone from Japan, who, by the way, the fact that he's from Japan means that he's not even part of the union. right? And like there's no chance that he'll be part of the union. Therefore, and also, by the way, the union was like, so Genshin isn't part of the strike. Part of the Genshin and Hoyo in general wasn't one of the companies that the union was striking against. Especially because Genshin itself apparently also already has its own what's it called? So not Genshin itself, but like the Chinese VAs and like China in general just has its own AI protection laws. So for there was no reason for Genshin to be like for people to go on strike against Genshin and Hoyo games in general. But then, from what I understand, Kinish's English VA just went on strike to support the general concept of it. Right? You know, I think the idea of a union is noble, and I think it's good. Like the concept of it is good, but when because like, okay, I don't know if this is a thing. If unions are a thing in, well, I know that it's a thing in some European countries, but I don't know if it's a thing in other countries as well. But from what I understand, from what I understand, in America, unions, you can basically like unionize, if you're allowed to. Like it's weird because like normally like the idea of a union, like there's the word union is supposed to be, there's not really like a word that's supposed to be like connected to it, right? It's just a bunch of employers that are unsatisfied with work conditions or pay or something, right? Unsatisfied with something about the work that they do, so they band together and do something. Do something. So like as a collective, as a bigger group, so that their employer or the government acknowledges them and responds, right? Responds, or like to increase the odds of something actually happening and like change actually happening, right? So it's like the word union, I don't know like why it had to happen, right? Like because like why does it have to become an organization, right? Why does it have to become an organization that is recognized by the government, recognized by the employers, right? Like, why couldn't it just remain people who had the same interests in mind and who were unsatisfied with the same thing? Now, I understand more people just means more negotiating power. So, the bigger the union is, the more negotiating power you have. So, right, like having more people, even from like people who aren't even employed by the same employer, you know, like fighting against said employer, it just means that your voice will be louder. But because it's become an organization at this point, they now have their own rules that they're allowed to do. Like, right, like, so from what I remember, unions are only allowed to go on strike on certain things, like topics, or at certain against certain companies, against certain jobs, certain contracts. I like, what the heck? Yeah, they act more like a modern mafia than union. Yeah, exactly, right? Jacob Takanashi. I don't remember any names, and honestly, I don't remember any names. But Yeah, we were talking about the VA thing. And in my opinion, this the form, well, I guess that's what happens, right? Like I guess that's what ends up happening is so what was it again? What was the saying? Um you either you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And because these unions have, remained alive for so long that they've seen themselves become the villain.
どの技も似たり寄ったりだな。思ったより素早い技も似たり寄ったりだな。思ったより素早い
Darn it, I missed it.
もう逃げんのか？
Okay, I got nothing. I got 3. Oh, God. This is just cringe. Guy got 87 and I got 3. Great. Great, of course. My camera is pointed that way, and you Spider-Man your way the complete opposite direction, of course. That sounds reasonable. Oh, brilliant. Great. Why am I number 1 now? Uh-oh. Well, there I go. I'm picking up my own coins now. Why are you targeting me? I'm not even in first place. Jeez. This is stupidest thing ever. It won't lock onto the stupid green things. I'm pointed right at them, and it just won't. I'm just gonna spam this key and see where it takes me. Okay, well, for some reason, when I turn my camera now, while I'm spamming it, it will actually target that direction and not some random direction that it decides to go in. So sorry, I just came in a bit late. What are we talking about? Hey, what's up, Karam? Just some random topics. Like, what were we even talking about? Like, we were, like, earlier, we were talking about, like, way different things, and then now we're, talking about this whole VA incident. 4K entry fee, need at least 40K to get benefits, and still need to pay yearly dues, but if you voice a non-union, or like 80% of what's available, you lose all that. Yeah, right. It really is like the mafia is what it is. But like, not for businesses. Usually the mafia targets businesses, right? Not employers or employees. Usually the mafia targets employers, not employees. That's why the same 20 people voice every anime. Yeah, because like the same 20 people are the only ones that actually earn enough. Oh, speaking of anime, I recently came across this anime called Coffin Princess, and I gotta say I am pleasantly surprised. Dude, I'm already... Oh, someone's already targeting me. Oh, I think he's after me now. Yep, he's very much after me. He knows exactly how many coins I have. Oh god. Nope. What? It missed. Okay. I'm gonna try out what Spartan said about dashing. Like iframing it. Ran to my own bomb. A lot of coins right there. And a thing. Oh, get that guy. Who's number one? Oh, nope. Oh, that's someone's bomb. Oh, well, that's not a coin. Oh, two people at the same score. Interesting. Those 20% union jobs will grab the big names like Matthew Mercer before the rest. Basically forcing the nobodies to take non-union work. And there was also something... what was that thing called where like you take the you label yourself this thing, these words, and like it's like the non-union jobs that the union allows people to take. Yeah, Fi Cord. That's it. That's it. Giving up all union benefits to do non-union work. Yeah, exactly. Can't do non-union job. It's against their rule. Yeah, exactly. That's terrible, right? Like you have to pay someone so that you can work as your job. You can do your job. That was you cheeky little bugger. That's a terrible. Oh god, that was pretty close. Woo, just barely dodged that one. Oh. Oh god. Whoa, whoa. Did I iframe that? I think I iframed it. I'm pretty sure I should have gotten hit by that one. That was terrible timing. I had mud on my screen. Oh god. Well, there we go. Oh, of all times, man. We're just all swimming, jeez. That's awful. Okay, nope, that's not yours, that's mine. Oh, and I'm swimming now. Okay, great. Brilliant. Slow down. I love that when I go swimming, everyone else goes swimming. What? Everyone else also goes swimming. I got confused there. What the heck did I just say? Everyone's also swimming? You heard RJ, they replaced ZZZ English VA. Which VAs? Hoyo finally doing something. You know the worst part about this? Like, one of the biggest offenders, in my opinion, was... So, the first one was Kinich's VA. Because, like... now, in my opinion, I don't think... I still think that... Oh, I'm at max rewards. Okay, I see no more reason to play. Okay, so, from what I understand, like... So unions, okay, obviously like they weren't like Genshin wasn't part of the game that they were striking, that they were on strike against. But for some reason, Kinichi's English VA joined in to, well, I guess support the cause. And okay, sure, noble, but stupid, right? Noble, but not the smartest thing he could have done. And then the worst offender really was Paimon's VA. He slammed the guy who took up the job that someone lost. Someone who made some poorly thought out decisions. Right? So someone made poorly thought out decisions, lost the job. Now this job was up for grabs. Someone took it, and this guy that took the job that was now free range, right? Like it was now free, like this vacant job, this job vacancy. Someone took it up, and got slammed, even though he was not part of any US union, because he's not in the US, doing a job for a company slash game or slash project that wasn't part of the strike. They weren't striking this game slash company. And the one slamming the guy for it was someone who wasn't even doing anything related to the cause. He was like, she was like one of the only characters that did not lose any voice at all throughout this whole time. Like, she was just, she like, this whole time, Paimon has been voiced, even though there was so many characters in the game that did not have a voice at all for several months. Paimon always had the voice. And then, like, her excuse was that, like, well, if I don't do this job, well, then I'm disabled, right? Like, did she say disabled? I don't remember. She had like so many excuses, like, and like, if I don't do this job, and if I whatever, I go homeless and whatever. And then, like, isn't that the point of going on strike? Isn't that the point of, like, why everyone does a job? Right? Isn't that the point of why everyone does a job? Is people go get a job so they can spend their time and energy and expertise in exchange for money. You know, I recently saw, speaking of ZZZ, I recently saw a short. And I think it was, yeah, it was a short, and it was a ZZZ character. I don't know what they were doing. I think it was this character's normal attacks, or a charge attack. I don't know what it was. They were just doing attacks, and, like, the only thing on my mind was, like, this is overly jiggly. It's like, this isn't, like, it's just way too jiggly to be realistic. And jiggly and fan servicey. Like, it's like, what is there, like, another level to fan service? Like, one level above fan service? Like, anything? I don't know if there is. And if there is, that would be them. And it's like, so people make fun of Nikkei for being, like, in your face about it. But then this was, like, I don't know if it's only that character. I don't know how many characters in ZZZ are like that. Nope. Nope. Oh, darn it. That guy's good. Like, he's just constantly running around the perimeter. Just stay away from, to keep from being locked onto. I guess it only works now. Like, this is actually a pretty good strategy, what he's doing now. Because, like, he's running around the perimeter now that you can, because there are still coins around the perimeter. Because that's not really something you can do anymore once, once there are no more coins. Oh, well, it's... Jeez. Got a lot of coins for that, dude. That is a lot of targeting. People are like right behind me, just like coming for me. Okay. I guess I don't need to target the number 1 dude to get coins. I can target just anyone. You could just lock on, great. That's ZZZ's trademark. Too much jiggly can be fun. I remember that scene from High School of the Dead. But you know, the part about High School of the Dead, it was okay at first. No, the thing about High School of the Dead. Now, I don't know if there were any precursors to High School of the Dead when it comes to jiggle physics. If it was the first, then okay, cool. But if it wasn't, then okay. Like, grats to whoever came up with it first. But it was the first one that I'd ever seen that had like that much jiggle physics. And honestly, I like that is like extra impressive, right? Because like in 3D, right? When you're animating something in 3D, you just use physics to do it. Right? And like sure, you have to do it by hand, like if it's a little too much, if you want to tweak it a bit, but in 2D, there's no like simulate button, right? Like there's no like you have to draw every single piece of movement. And every single piece of movement comes from your brain, comes from your imagination. I just hit myself. Okay. And I hit myself again. Brilliant. Brilliant. Darn it. Okay. That was pretty good distance. I jumped into my own thing. Jeez. Alright, this is certainly not my game. I've jumped into my own thing. Like, I don't know, 16 times already. I don't even know how many times I've jumped into my own thing this time. Oh, I got lucky there. Turns out getting the pink bottles is more worth it than actually picking up coins in this game mode. What does the battery do? It gives you different abilities. It gives you the ability to press T, and then the T thing is either you drop like the muddy ball, or a bomb, or you do the yellow circle ability thing. And the yellow circle ability thing is really what you want. Because when you hit enemies with it, you knock them back. Right? You knock them back, and you get coins for it. And they lose coins for it. Someone are right behind me coming for... Oh my god, stop. Oh jeez, Spartan. Okay, I know you didn't make that sound weird. I know I made that sound really weird. But you didn't have to point it out, man. I mean, you did, you know, because it's entertainment. But still. Nick is the only game I know where the protagonist canonically has a harem. I love that, like, because, like, Nikkei, like, they just own up to it. They own up to it. But they don't show any footage of the nasty stuff. And it separates them from just straight up being porno. Damn it, I'm just a little bit behind this guy. Perfect. Got it. Oh. Why do you even just... Oh my god, this is the stupidest thing. Oh, is it because, like, when other people hook up to it, it disables the green thing? Is that why? Okay, well, someone got to all of that. What the? That was okay. I gotta say, that was funny. I can't climb that well. I didn't... What? I didn't hit any of those coins? Very well placed right there. Biggest drama, to my knowledge, was Red Hood. Red Hood released. They immediately redeemed themselves by buffing her to absurdity. Red Hood. What's that?
励ましたり慰めたりするのは苦手だが
Hi, what's up, Omar? How's it going, man? What's Red Hood? The only Red Hood I know of is a DC character. It's one of the Robins turns into a supervillain. Headed to bed now. Have a good night, gang. Oh, all right. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us, Jules. Take care, man. Nikkei character. Oh, of course you guys would know. Oh, we were actually targeting each other. Fascinating. Oh, geez. That was my own bomb, I think. I did an oopsie. I laid bombs all over the place there where I can't even get to the bottles anymore without hitting bombs. Uh-oh. Yep. Two bombs in a row. Brilliant. The chef of justice. What's up, man? In one chapter, you wake up from... Well, at least, like, it's not just straight up... it's not just straight up porno, because, like, they don't show you any of the footage, right? Like, they tell you it happened, but it's, you know, it's your job. Like, if you want to see it, then, like, it's your brain's job to visualize it. What's up, Therme? What's up? Just, just chatting and doing the event. Oh yeah, that's right. I brought this up. I don't know if anyone responded to it earlier. So I recently discovered this anime called Coffin Princess. It's way back from 2014, apparently, and I'm watching it and I'm like, this is such high quality. It's such high quality, and like, so the combat. Oh god, oh god, oh, I am in the middle of all of that. Jeez, that was very poorly timed. Oh well, that's unfortunate. Darn it. Okay. Back on the ice. Oh, put this here. Thank you. Oh god. Owen Princess is kind of mid. I mean, like how deep the plot goes. I haven't seen too much of it. I think I'm only up to episode 7 or 8 now, and it doesn't seem super deep, and the writing is characterization wise. I think the characters are like they're anime characters. They're as typical as you can get anime characters to be typical. But I love that like the action is so well animated. Yeah, you're right. Like it has really good animation. And that's really one of my favorite parts. When it comes Oh, I'm so sorry everyone. Did not mean to do that. Okay. Like that's really one of my favorite parts of anime is good animation. So animation, world building, and storytelling. I don't need it to have like the deepest plots. I don't need it to have the I don't need it to have the most amount of fan service or whatever. I just need it to have attractive looking characters, good world building, and most especially good animation. Art style. I'm also a little picky when it comes to art style. Oh, I can already target someone. Oh, they're not here. They're way off in the distance, so I can't pick them off just yet. Now I can. Wait, what? I can target myself if I... It's an explosion? Explosion! Life is an explosion. No, art. Art. Explosion is an art. Wait, what did Daedra say again? Art is an explosion, or explosion is an art? I don't remember anymore. I didn't even see the rocket hit me there. It just hit me. Oops, well, that's a mistake. Oh, darn it. Okay. Thought I got away from that one. Or are you going to pull for later? I'm... If Escoffier turns out to be what people say she is, then yeah, I'm definitely pulling for her. Especially on my first account. I'm not too sure about my second and third accounts, actually. Because, so my first account is like, oh, I'm on that account actually right now. I've heavily invested into Ganyu on this account. Or I spent multiple patches getting her to C6. And I would very much love for me to be able to actually take her out of the off of the bench. Like, she's just been on the bench for, I don't know, years now. And I would very much love for her to be able to get off of the bench. Art is something that blossoms for an instant before withering away. Art is beauty, lasts for a moment. To me, the essence of art is an explosion. Oh, that's yep, Daedra. Yeah, I don't have much left. After pulling for Xilonen's weapon this patch, man, and I had a lot too. I had a lot. Like, okay, I wonder. So I'm actually quite happy that I got my 5-star early on. I think I was like 20-ish pity, but like, I didn't get Peak Patrol Song immediately. I got Elegy. Thank goodness it was at least Elegy, or instead of a standard 5-star. But like it took me quite a while to get peak patrol song. So I don't know actually know. I didn't actually count my pity though. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. So 65 pity plus 5, 10, 15, 16. So 65 plus 16. What is that? 81? Yeah, 81. So a total of 81 pulls. And 81 pulls. And in my opinion, I think it's okay. It's not terrible luck. It's actually decent luck. It's just that I had like 17 or 18k primos, and it looked like it was a lot. But apparently it wasn't. So I don't know. It's just misleading. It's just misleading to me that it looks like it's a lot of primos saved up. But apparently it was just enough for... Well, even with good luck, it was just enough to get 2 weapons. How much money have you spent on your account? I have 3 accounts. The second and third ones are completely F2P. This one is just Welkin only. But I have bought the Battle Pass a total of 5 times on it. Ever. Just a total of 5 times ever. And I've only ever bought Genesis Crystals once. And it was the this pack. This pack. How much is this in dollars? US dollars. Yeah, $30 pack. Only once ever, and that was to get... Surprise, surprise. My first Ganyu. It was on her release banner. Like, over 4 years ago. I'm so excited for Free Run Season 2 when that's a thing. I am actually, yeah, me too. I'm excited for Free Run Season 2. Now, I did not read, like, Free Run manga or, like... Is Free Run from a light novel? I actually don't know. I did not read, like, Free Run source material, so I actually don't know what is, like, on the way. So... $5,500 PHP. Yeah. Never mind, it's more expensive there. Really? How much is it where you're from, Luap? How much are the Primo Gems? Sorry, Genesis Crystals. So 5,500 translates to about $100 if $1 was 55 Philippine pesos. But if we get on Google, according to Google, $1 is 56.54 Philippine pesos. So if they were to use what Google says is the rate, the trade rate between Philippine pesos and US dollars, this would be 5,650. Yeah, 5,650 Philippine pesos. That's terrible. $155 Canadian. 1,100 KR. Sorry, what is KR? When I see KR, I think Korea, but there's no W, so that's not Korean won. Krona. Oh, I see. Oh, speaking of Oh, hang on. Hey, Luap. I just googled krona. So Swedish krona, right? Okay. And 1,100 kronas is 6,400 Philippine pesos. 64 at least according to Google. Here's like according to Google. I can't imagine spending $30 on a top up. Like I can imagine spending $30, but that's got to give me like a lot of value. Right? Like a lot of value. And when I say a lot of value, like $30 should give me like, okay, we're going to use Genshin for context here. I expect spending $30 on a video game to get me a one standard 5-star and their signature weapon. Right? Like that's what I expect that amount of money to give me. But like $30 here, like in this game, doesn't nowhere close to even getting you one character. Like $30. What is that? That's a okay. So, including the ×2 bonus, $30 is like just 2 10 pulls. So 20 pulls. Hard pity is 80. No, 90. So let's pretend that it doesn't go all the way to 90 because that's not very likely. It's very unlikely for someone to go all the way to hard pity. So let's pretend that hard pity is 80, but you actually go all the way to 80. So and there's 50-50. So technically one 5-star character is 160 wishes and your $30 only gets you 20 out of those 160 wishes. How much is that? 12%. $30 in this game gives you 12% of a 5-star character. Side note, as of next week, I'll be done with college. Whoa. Dude. How are you feeling, Spartan? You excited or nervous? Also, it shows Euro here, not Krona. Oh, really? That's weird. $30 is half the price of a new single-player physical release that you get to keep forever and ever. Well, Mr. J, not for long. Yeah, not for long. If... Who was it? Who was it that recently announced their pricing for one of their games? Nintendo, I think? I think yeah, it was Nintendo. So like it was right at it was in the same announcement like when they announced the Switch 2. Like one of their games. Like one of their first party games was like $90. And now the problem with that is we know that GTA 6 is on the horizon. We know that GTA 6 is on the horizon. And you bet they still haven't decided how much they're going to sell it for. And now that Nintendo has broken the $90 ceiling for a Switch game, not a PC game, not a console game, but a Switch game, a mobile game, well, technically, sort of mobile game, how much you bet is Rockstar thinking of right now to price GTA 6 at after someone's finally broken the $90 line? Games are gonna be 3 digits in Canada. Well, it's Canadian dollars, so it's basically the same. Like if you think about it, it's basically the same. It's just like dependent. It just depends on like trade rates between currencies. Then they say around $100. I imagine Rockstar probably hasn't said anything about when it comes to pricing. Oblivion Remaster dropped 2 days ago for 60, and it's way better than anything Nintendo. Well, it's a remaster of an old game though. It's not it's not like they made an entirely new game. But then again, that's basically like for somebody who hasn't had the original, like who hasn't bought the original game, that might as well be a new game. So kudos to them. Who buys Nintendo games? They've been begging to get pirated for ages. Yeah, that's true. Ouch, but fair. I mean, like, think about it. Like, right? Like, you complain that, like, oh, this iPhone costs like 1,800 to 2,000 Canadian dollars. Like, how much do you think that is in Philippine pesos, dude? It's 51, 55, 60,000 Philippine pesos. You complain about like the number 2,000 on an iPhone. Like we got to deal with like 50, 60,000 as a number. Rebuilt the entire game, not just an upscale. Yeah, but like the thing about remasters is, so you can do a poopy job with it and just scale up, like take all your assets and just like get one of your new guys, one of your interns to upscale everything, right? Upscale all the textures, and then like that's it. Like resell it, sell it as a remastered, or you could do a really good job with it. You can actually painstakingly go in there. If it's a 3D game, for example, then yeah, like you painstakingly have your experienced developers look at every like 3D model, especially the important ones, the ones that are like in focus throughout the game. 3D models, as well as like upscale. No, not just upscale, but like basically like have an artist like look at your old textures and like have them make new textures based on those old ones. So you have like a fully brand new texture, like higher resolution texture based off of that old one, and you also have fully new higher polygon count 3D models that's based on your old lower polygon count model 3D models, right? So like sure, you rebuilt the whole game, but you didn't have to spend time, like say if it's say I don't know, like GTA 5 for example, you didn't have to spend time writing a story or like lining up camera angles for certain cutscenes or writing a story, rewriting your characters, voicing characters, like voice lines for characters, etc., etc., or like the game concept, for example, right? Like if in Genshin, for example, the concept of Genshin is like so gacha game slash 3D overworld, open world, open world gotcha game. What else, right? Like you didn't have to come up with a concept, you didn't have to come up with the math on like how much a character costs in relation to how much the premium currency costs in relation to how much the free currency that you're willing to give out on average every month. Like you didn't have to come up with all of that. You didn't have to start from nothing. Waiting for new Fire Emblem before I think about a Switch. Honestly, I don't understand the concept of gaming on mobile. I think it's just me because I'm just terrible at controllers, right? Like maybe if I was actually decent at using gaming with a controller, I think the idea of gaming on a handheld might be actually attractive to me. But because I'm allergic to controllers apparently. Well, I guess that's maybe because I haven't. Well, no, I have played a bunch of games that were designed for controllers, right? Like classic Super Mario, right? Classic Super Mario, like some of the other Mario games, like from back in the day, Bomberman, Bomberman, and a bunch of other console games from the 90s and the 2000s. I absolutely loved them. I guess like my only terrible experience using a controller was like when I tried playing GTA 5 with an Xbox controller on PC, and it was just awful. It was just an awful experience, especially because I already played it a bunch with mouse and keyboard. Sure, they didn't have to write a whole new story, but you discount how much work goes into redesigning, recasting every single aspect of widely loved and well-known classic. Yes, I do. I've done the same job, essentially. It's a lot of work. It's very time-consuming work, and it requires a certain amount of passion for you to actually do it well. But you're basically taking what is already, again, I have no idea what this game looks like. Even I don't even know if it's a 3D game, right? But if it's a 3D game, like you just take whatever, like everything else that you already have in 3D. So like you don't need to like come up with a vision for it anymore. You can see what's already there, and you're basically copying it, but making it look better. So at least like that's the part, like that's the visuals part. As for the other parts, like so the programming part, maybe there were some like glitches or slightly not so optimal like programming like controls. Then sure, you go in there. Like not that sounds a lot more tedious to me because like that sounds like a lot of work though, because like you're gonna have to manually go in there and like scrape through everything. Albeit you do have like an online community. Like there is like the internet to scour through to find people's like complaints or like people making content on bugs and yeah, stuff like that, right? And then you could just scan through that, and then like you at least you now have some idea of like where to look through in your code. But yeah, at least you don't have to start from scratch. It's a lot of work, but it's certainly not as much work as like creating an entirely new game, or you have to come up with a concept. Or use like 2 buttons to move forward and jump. That's true. Yeah, so I think maybe if there was a game that was designed specifically for console and for controller use, and and like it tickles the different funnies I have. That sounds so weird. It tickles my different funnies. Then yeah, sure. The idea of buying a handheld gaming device might actually be attractive to me. But then again, I could also just buy controllers. Like, like aren't there like plenty like third-party controllers for Android devices at this point? I bet there are probably even plenty for iPhones. I don't know. Right? I might as well, like I already have a mobile device, my phone, which I also use for everything else. I might as well do that. But then again, I understand like there are a lot of games that can't be ported over to mobile. They can be emulated on PC, but not on Android or whatever, right? Their compatibility stuff. Every controller works for Android. Yeah. PS controller for mobile and PC. What? Like a legit, like not a third-party PlayStation controller. Like you buy it straight from PlayStation, like a legit PlayStation controller. You could just straight up use it for Android. But it's not. It's a bit more complex than just simply copying stuff. Either way, just very hyped to see a test release that Todd didn't get to ruin post Skyrim. Well, hey, that's one thing to look forward to. You can use it. People do. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Oh, the Elder Scrolls. Oh, I see. Most games already support them. Oh man, now we've circled back to this conversation. Games that are cross-platform. Right, for example, Genshin, you can play on PC with mouse and keyboard. You can play on PC with a controller. You can play it on mobile. You could also play it on mobile with a controller. So, you weren't here earlier in the stream. Well, I started talking about it, but like nobody in chat wanted to talk about it, so I just moved on. So, games nowadays, like Genshin, for example, is like 40 gigabytes on mobile, where most people really only have between 128 to 256 gigs of storage on mobile, and which, by the way, are not dedicated gaming devices, right? Like you have your photos, your videos, your other apps as well, like your messaging apps, your work apps installed on that device. You probably got a couple of movies in there, some music. Like I don't know, like people just stream their music nowadays. I don't think even people even download their music anymore nowadays. But like maybe movies, right? Like something to watch when you're offline, right? When you're disconnected from the net. A couple of YouTube videos that are downloaded, right? So like even if you have 256 gigs, it's not like on top of having the OS installed, especially on a Samsung device. Like even if you buy a 256 gig device, but like when you first open it up, you probably have less than 200 already. Like, and then you download a bunch of your apps, and then now you have about 150 maybe. And then you haven't even downloaded any of your games. You downloaded 40 gigabyte Genshin. Now you have what, just over 100 gigabytes, and you haven't even taken any photos or videos of your family and anything. All right. Yeah. Still download music. Helps on long trips. Oh yeah. Me. I still download my music, but only a very select few tracks. Mostly they're like 1 hour to 2 hour mixes of a variety of house music, a variety of different genres of house music depending on what my mood is. I also have this like hour-long compilation of George Carlin stuff. I've listened to it like more than a dozen times at this point, and I still find it entertaining. RJ realizing that the future is now. Yeah, but then like the future came, but then I'm like, nah, this is, my problem with the future is the future tells me, right? Like the future keeps showing me and selling me these products, these services that they say solves problem XYZ. But like when I see it and I think about it, and you're not wrong, you're not lying to me, but you also give me problem ABC. And a couple of years down the line, the future again comes to me and says, hey, here's something to fix problem ABC. Problem ABC, which was given to me by the solution to problem XYZ. Are they not realizing that snake oil salesmen have been as old as time? Yeah, but then like the thing is, snake oil salesmen are not. It's not always obvious, right? Like, okay, sure, Google, Yahoo search, and like Bing, whatever, right? Like these services and like AOL, America Online, right? The search engines revolutionized the idea of sharing information and like, right, like sharing information, and Yahoo Mail, Gmail, and like a bunch of these email services revolutionized the. Well, they basically made email something as common as breathing. Right? They made it so that like, because like back in the day, like in the 90s, the 2000s, checking your email had to be like a special occasion, right? That you actually had to dedicate time to it because you aren't able to just on the daily check your emails. So you had to check your emails, like a bunch of emails at the same time. So like you had to actually dedicate time to it. And okay. And then now, so YouTube as well. YouTube revolutionized the idea of like sharing video online. And then nowadays, at this point, these large tech companies have run out of like they've solved all the problems that we had back then, and now they are like they have no idea what to come up with anymore. So they keep coming up with these solutions to problems that to me didn't exist. Like, okay, I recently heard about this dumb phone. I don't know what it's called. It's a phone that's like it's $800. By the way, it's a dumb phone. Like you can't install apps on it. It's like I don't know what else it does, but it's basically something that says, "Hey, you're like okay. Here's a solution to spending too much time on a smartphone." Got to create now they got to create a problem so they can sell you the solution. And I have met like one of these billionaires that run that essentially run the world today. I've had dinner with one, and I was actually kind of excited when I heard that. Like, wow, really? I'm gonna have dinner with him? Okay, sure. Obviously, it wasn't just me and him. It was like a bunch of us. While he was like in the mood for some small talk, I figured like, okay, this is a good opportunity to ask him a good question. I spent like before the dinner itself, I spent time like thinking, coming up with like, okay, what's a good question that I could ask him that if he gives me an answer, that might help me in the future, and just a simple generic question that I don't need any follow-up questions for, because like I would be embarrassed to ask him too many questions, like as if it's an interview. And so I asked him, what made you decide to go to do business? Simple generic question, but to someone like that, it's a long story. And the initial answer I heard just made me roll. Like I wanted so hard to roll my eyes. It gave me like the most corporate marketing team answer ever. And his initial answer was like, well, all right, you're oh no, not why. I asked him how he started. Undertaker moment. Right, I asked him how he got into doing business, and he just gave me like the initial answer he gave me. But of course, afterwards he elaborated, and like it blew my mind how like, wow, that is actually so simple, but I didn't think of it. But yeah, like his initial answer made me so hard. It made me want to roll my eyes so hard. He just said, "You have to care about people." And then like I was like physically I was like throwing up in my mouth at this point. I was like, oh god, here we go. I was like throwing up in my mouth now. I wanted to vomit so hard. His answer me just, geez, come on guys. No need to make this weird. Right? Like you just came up with you have to care about people. Don't try to obfuscate it, or did we all heard it? Wait, what? Wait. Okay, hang on. Wait, what? It was just simple, but afterwards he elaborated, and like it want to roll my eyes so hard. He just said, "You have to care about people." And then like I was like physically I was like throwing up in my mouth at this point. I was like, oh god, here we go. Where did I say that? Undertaker moment. He just gave me like the initial answer he gave me, but of course afterwards he elaborated, and like it blew my mind how like, wow, that is actually so simple, but I didn't think of it. So it made me so hard. It made me want to roll my eyes. Oh yeah, there we go. Hey guys, remember? What was that movie? Ricky Stanicky. Oh, there you go. Hey, Mr. J. Okay, Mr. J. I think you might find this movie funny. I don't know if you've seen it. If you've seen it, great. But if you haven't, I recommend this movie. It's like it's stupid. It provides zero value, but it's like hilarious. It's hilarious. Ricky Stanicky. So like John Cena is in it, Zac Efron, and a couple other dudes. Ricky Stanicky. There you go. I actually showed it on stream a while back, like last year, and the VOD got demonetized, so I had to cut it out of the VOD. afterwards because the VOD got demonetized because I showed the thing and I played all the audio and stuff. But yeah, Ricky Stenicki. It's this like one of the stupidest movies ever. Provides zero value whatsoever, but is like just hilarious. It's so stupid. There's a part in it where like the boss, like they're, oh my god, just keep an eye out for their boss. Just keep an eye out for their boss. It's just so funny. Whatever I said here immediately reminded me of what their boss over there does. Like not something he says, but what he does. Okay, I'm gonna, jeez. Made me so hard. Wow, that is actually so simple, but I didn't think of it. But yeah, like his initial answer made me so hard. It made me want to roll my eyes. Oh, brilliant. Dude, never in a million years would I've ever imagined myself to say something like that online, you know, publicly. Anyway, so yeah, his answer to my his direct answer was good thing I have scissors. So his direct answer was yeah, you have to care for people. And when he said that, I wanted to vomit in my mouth so much. And like you know, like obviously the guy was in front of me. I didn't want to embarrass myself. I didn't want to be rude, so I just listened. And then it's like he elaborated. He said that if you care about other people, you'll actually want to get to know them, and you'll want to get to know what grievances they have, what problems they have, what things in their day-to-day lives are inconvenient. And once you know what grievances they have, what problems they have, what day-to-day inconveniences they have, then now you have an idea of what stuff to go for. Now you know what stuff you're going to sell, what products you're going to sell, and what services you're going to provide. You vomited in his mouth already? Instead? Dude, you made me picture out that scene from one of the Conjuring movies. I think it was the first one. Yeah, the first Conjuring movie. Oh, dude. That was like... That scene... Like, I wouldn't say it was nightmare fuel, but it reminds me of the whole movie itself, which was one of my favorite horror movies to this date. It's just so unnerving. It feels like you feel so powerless, right? Like while watching the movie, the people in the movie, the characters in the movie that the movie is following, it feels like they're so powerless to do anything against it because like they're in the middle of nowhere. There's nobody to run to. Nobody believes in you, etc. Right? That Baki scene came to my mind from vomiting in his mouth. My worst horror movie is called Descent. You know, what's ironic about it is the word descent is spelled almost like decent. so the movie isn't even decent, you know. It's not spelled decent because it isn't decent. It's your worst horror movie. Anyway, at this point, I'm just yapping at this point. And, you know, as fun as it is to keep chatting with you guys, like, and hence why my last 2 streams have been me actually doing something in the game, like, for 2 hours, and then the next 2 hours just yapping and chatting with you guys. I got work in half an hour from now, so I better get going. Well, anyway, I'm sorry, guys. This chat was actually just getting interesting. Like, we're talking about movies now, man. Gotta dress the clickbait? Oh my god, sorry, excuse me? We gotta dress what now? There's no nudity in my stream here. There's no nudity on this stream, excuse me. Yeah, you getting hard. Hey! Vomiting in his mouth. Address the clickbait. Venti. Eh? What do you mean? Hehe. Well, we addressed it like 2 hours ago, man. We addressed it 2 hours ago. We're going back to MONSTADT. Look at the what's it called? The thumbnail for this stream is actually the art for the 5.6 special program announcement, which, by the way, will be this Friday, 8 p.m. GMT plus 8 time zone. So that's 8 p.m. Hong Kong time. Yeah. Hoping for a new region. Oh no, not yet, man. I mean, like, sure, new content, more content, always a good thing. But like, dude, I'm not even like, I haven't even smelled this new region. Like, I've unlocked the teleporter, sure, I've done the quest over there because like I didn't want to miss out on Primo gems. But like, I haven't even taken a whiff of this new region. I just went there, did my quest, took a dump, and left. I don't know. Like, and I don't mind this new region, actually. It's not as annoying to explore as like Ochkanatlan. I don't know. Like, I didn't hate it as much as I did Inazuma. Right? I still hate Inazuma exploration more, and oh god, especially Enkanomiya. Right? Enkanomiya was like the worst for me. Enkanomiya, second is Inazuma, and then Ochkanatlan. Ochkanatlan was a little bit more bearable because of like the flying bird things and like the yellow like things that you could fly through and would give you like unlimited phlogiston for a couple of seconds, and like, okay, cool, it's a little more bearable, but it was still cringe. This new area has got a lot of flat land, like a lot of flat not necessarily roads, but like just a lot of flat places that you could just run through. And like the places that aren't flat, just like they seem to be places that are made so that like you're not really supposed to go there. Right? So sure, the map itself is designed in a similar way to Inazuma or Enkanomiya, but at least there's nothing like when you're down here, there's no chest up here that you have to like physically climb up here. So it's not as cringe. Whereas like that was the case in Inazuma and Enkanomiya. I love Enka because the music. Well, yeah, music. If I could take the music there and bring it with me to other regions, that would be great. But I'd rather not explore Enkanomiya. And honestly, I'm still surprised how I got 100% on Enkanomiya, despite. I guess I was just bored at the time. It was like during that whole like unlimited Ayaka banner because of Shanghai getting locked down during the pandemic. Climb that stuff for fun, just for the view. Oh, dude, no. I mean, I've already done a bunch of that in MONSTADT. A lot of us have already done that in MONSTADT, especially when the game was new. Oh, dude, we enjoyed the heck out of that view. Alright, anyway, so for those of you who need help building your characters, accounts, or making a decision which banners to pull for, feel free to join our Discord server. Links are in the description of all my videos, VODs, and streams, and in the pinned message in YouTube chat. If you want my personal opinion, you can ping me over there. My name is Elvis Einstein. Of course, you can ask for other people's opinions too. Thank you guys so much for coming by, hanging out, and being awesome people. Have a good day, good afternoon, good evening, and take care, everybody. Bye, guys.
ベニー冒険団出発